I have a multi-directional invasion in my home of rodents. Stay tuned. I'm going to show you what I have to do. Hey, welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Hey, a man's home is his castle. And from where we lived before, homeless in a little travel trailer, to me, this is palatial. But now, I have to defend my castle. Defend against what? Something everybody has problems with: rodents. In my case, it's been mice, rats, and now I just discovered squirrels. Yeah, we got squirrels in the basement. Well, it's not really a basement. It's the crawl space under the house. But now I set some traps, different types of traps, set out poisons, set out baits. I tried to get rid of them humanely, but it just wasn't working. And so I got them. I had the first peaceful night's rest without scratching and gnawing last night. Oh, the joy. And this is after I set some traps yesterday. Yeah, these traps. They're not very humane, but they're saving my domain from disease, because these pests do carry disease. And I do not want myself or my family to get sick from these invaders. So now that I got rid of them, I've got to really, look into how are they getting in. At first I thought they were climbing up the corner of the house and finding a breach under the eaves, but I could not find any openings under any part of my eaves. So I came around the foundation of my house and looked very carefully at every inch of the foundation of my house to see if there was tunneling underneath the foundation. There was one spot where my foundation actually sits on the ground, but it sits on rock. There's a bunch of rock out there, so it would be very difficult for those creatures to tunnel under that. So I checked it very carefully, scrutinizing it, and it's just like, okay, I could not find any breaches. I looked under the deck, no breaches. I looked under the front porch, no breaches. And obviously here under the driveway, you could see where there is no breaches. Then I looked up above the foundation to see if there was any holes in it. Couldn't find any holes. So how are they getting in? I decided to go ahead and just do a survey of my vents and see what condition they are. That's where I found the problem. These vents have a steel wire mesh behind to keep rodents and bugs out. When I built this foundation, I used the mortar to mortar these things in place so they would not allow creatures like this in. So carefully looking around the perimeter of my house and looking at each and every single vent, I found one. It's this vent over here. Now I'm suspecting that part of the mortar that I mortared that screen in failed, so they were able to push that in and create a pathway in which they can go in. Now if you look at the cement block here, you could see that this one little spot is muddied from their little footprints as they're tracking the mud in through there, because you see the other part of it's pretty clean. Yeah, this is where they're coming and going. That's how the squirrel got in. That's how the rats are getting in. That's how the mice are getting in. And now that I found this, I'm just going to use this product right here and cover the gap for now until I can get a better, more solid solution in there. This will stop them. This will also trap what's under there, trap them in. Now the rats have been nocturnal, and I believe the mice have been pretty much nocturnal. So if the rats are living outside, which I suspect they're living out here, but they're going in during the evening hours, they will not be able to find a way in. However, I'm prepared for them. I've decided to put a squirrel trap down here, a live catch squirrel trap down here, and bait it with this yummy cottage cheese lid full of peanut butter and a variety of nuts and other dried fruits. This should give them an attraction to get in here. Once they get in, they can't get out. And then I've got the live traps, a live trap baited and set underneath of the house, and then I've got these death traps also under the house. It looks like I was successful with this one, doesn't it? Yeah, I was successful. That's how come I had a quiet night last night. So virtually every homeowner, well, I can't say that. I don't know what your homes look like. Anyway, most homeowners do have home invasions from these unwanted pesky rodents. And they chew, they scratch, they bring diseases, they foul up your food. And they're crawling over things you don't know that they're crawling on your surface counters. And you're eating from that. Ew, gross. So just take steps and looking around the perimeter of your house, high and low, and in between, and see if there's any breach anywhere where they can get in. And then use any method you can to try to seal that breach. And then, of course, try all the things that I tried. First of all, I tried the poisons, or I tried the ammonia, which is it's supposed to smell like the urine of their arch enemy, which is a cat. It also helps to have a cat too. That'll help get rid of them also. Or a dog. If a dog sees one going in from the outside, your dog will get it too. I have 3 cats on the homestead, so they weren't stopping them. So after the injection of the ammonia into the floorboards down in my house, that wasn't stopping them. I went to the next step, and I found the sound things, they do not work. I've got 2 of them plugged into the house. They may keep the bugs out, hopefully, but they are not working for the rodents. They still come. Doesn't work. Don't waste your money on those. You're going to waste your money. Yep. Bottom line, and I'm going to tell you that from firsthand experience. So the odors, the different natural odors, they don't work. I've tried them. Spearmint or peppermint oil doesn't work. Mothballs doesn't work. The ammonia doesn't work. And then I went to the rat poison, didn't work. I tried another rat poison, didn't work. Then I coated it with peanut butter and put it down the holes. I don't know if it didn't work because the population, because I've heard like a couple of chewings in different locations, then we got down to 1 area of chewing. So one may have ate some poison and met its demise. Don't know. We'll find out in another week or 2 when it starts stinking under there with the smell of rodent corpse decay. Ew. So check the perimeter of your house. Plug up all breaches and holes, high and low, as you can find them. Go ahead and set your traps out. Do whatever you can to stop these rodents, to get rid of the ones that are in the house and stop them from getting in your house. Make a safer, more peaceable home for you, and you'll get a good night's sleep. I know I'm getting a good night's sleep. And these rodents, yeah. If there's any under there, they're staying under there until I smell them and find out where they're dead at so I can get them out of there and have a much better home that's peaceful. Yes, can't wait for another peaceful night's sleep tonight. Hopefully that plug in the vent will stop it altogether. Well, it is the next day, and I did have a real peaceful rest. There was no scratching, no gnawing, and no other nocturnal sounds coming from the floorboards, the walls, the rafters, or anywhere around the house. Checked my traps this morning. Absolutely nothing in either trap inside or out. I have the trail cams on this trap outside, so I'll be able to see if there's any activity around that trap at any time. Now that that hole's plugged for now, let's hope it stays tight. I'm Jerry Hansen, your host. This is Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. We're a small homestead tucked up in the Cascade Ranges of the Pacific Northwest. A frugal homestead, I might add, because we try to do things here cheap or free. Yep, I even got the house for cheap. I only paid 10 grand for the house. I'll leave a link right here, a card to click on that so you can see how I bought a house for cheap. I'll also leave something at the end of the video for you guys to check out. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing and then clicking that bell icon. That alerts you to new videos as I do upload them. Clicking that share button helps out my channel. If you guys share my videos on your social media platforms, introducing me to your friends and contacts, I greatly appreciate that. Also, please leave a comment and give us a thumbs up, a like the show, and leave a comment. Hey, always remember, be safe, and please always be kind. We'll see you guys in the next adventure here on the homestead. Bye-bye now.